In his day, Sokolov was Dunwall's genius. He transformed our city with his inventions. Electricity for the factories and carriages racing along above the streets. As I grew up, his buzzing and glowing devices kept me safe. His stories always made me giggle, and his outrageous conversations shocked aristocrats and overseers alike. Now, all these years later, Kiran Jindosh is Karnaka's genius. A mad inventor who has given the Duke sinister machines that move like people but aren't. Clockwork soldiers that fight and kill. I've got to find out where Sokolov's being held and bring the old man back alive. Rescue one genius and cage the other before he creates an army of Clockwork soldiers.
Back here.
Dr. Hypatia, can you remember anything that might help me? I need to find Anton Sokolov. He could be the key to unraveling the Duke's plans.
My memories are disjointed. The Duke is close to his grand inventor, Kiran Jindosh. But that man has the empathy of a mantis. He seems to both admire and despise Sokolov. We visited Aramis Stilton. I liked him. But something bad happened. Just snatches of memory. Sorry.
You should rest easy for a while. Maybe some of that will help.
I hope so. I'm not sure I even fully understand what you did for me, but I owe you for helping me at Adamire. Thank you.
Let's hope your friend doesn't sink the boat while we're gone. Ready?
I am.
All right, let's get underway. Jindosh is important to the Duke's inner circle. The Grand Guard watches his mansion, and they'll call down the entire city if they find out who you are.
I'll make sure they don't. You said there's a wall of light cutting off access to the carriage station?
Yes, but there's a black market shop nearby. They sell on the sly. Ever use a rewiring tool?
Corvo taught me the theory.
Good. Get past the wall of light, then ride the carriage to where Jindosh lives. And there's a reason people are afraid of his mansion.
I'll get it done.
Emily, take care of this crazy man and his clockwork soldiers, then bring Sokolov back. He means a lot to me.
Malcontents are saying that our bridges are crumbling, that people are leaving our city. But as I look out from the windows of the Grand Palace, I know these are lies. Draconis is a land of riches. Yes, some people are poor.
I'll tell you a story about Kiran Jindosh, a prodigy from Karnaka. Self-taught, he was hailed by the Academy of Natural Philosophy as a genius who would surpass Sokolov and bring about an age of enlightenment. But just 2 years after his arrival, he was banned from the Academy for life, for reasons that are still not public. When they deported him, he left behind a machine that drank seawater Playing music that brought listeners to tears. They probably took it apart, and it has never worked since.
Somebody's seen something. Now we're all on edge. My heart can't take much more of this.
When's this gonna stop? This is just ridiculous. It's crazy. I mean, who does this? This is ridiculous.
I do think the officers should get extra rations. We work harder and we come from better families. I should think that's just obvious.
Hope it's not something bad. Maybe it's nothing.
See Jindosh's mansion from here. The gate's down. I'll need the code.
Give me a handful of the Clockwork and I'll clean up the dust district. Maybe the tall boys were better from the time of the rat plague. They made people stand up straight. Times change. If the Duke has his way, we'll have an army of the Clockwork soldiers by this time next year.
It's gonna be on soon. Back to that.
I'm bored. I'm hungry.
There once was a man from Old Land.
Whatever you need, I can't help you. You've been warned. I'm going to call for help.
I can't do anything for you. You'd
Be
better
on your
run.
way, now.
Where did you go?
I don't recognize you.
Show yourself.
Nothing here?
I thought I saw someone
have a look
right
around.
here. Let's check the place just in case. I wonder who
The mansion has a strange beauty to it. Maybe I'll find a way to end this without killing Kieran Jindosh. All right, I need to eliminate Jindosh and find Anton Sokolov. Who would build something like this? And why?
Someone's activated one of the mechanisms in my house.
Jindosh.
My home is always open. It's one of my great curiosities, seeing how the common mind navigates these shifting rooms. I'm Kieran Jindosh, but you must know that. I invite you to continue, stranger. Just come up the stairs. Meet with me face to face in the upper hall. There you are. Magnificent. Now that I see you, I've worked out who you are. Not a hired cutthroat. Your clothes are too fine. An aristocratic thrill seeker? That's closer. You've trained with weapons formally, but you're not a salon fencer. There's a bit of back alley in your movements. All that, and you have your father's eyes, your imperial majesty. Welcome, Lady Emily Kaldwin.
Impressive, Jindosh. Then you must also know why I'm here.
I'd assume my involvement with Duke brought you to my door. Or maybe you're after washed-up Anton Sokolov, comfortably residing in the assessment chamber. Either way, come find me and take whatever it is you seek. But if you fall, I'll have your body carried to my lab for dissection and study. Until either comes to pass, your secret is safe with me.
I'll see you soon, Jindosh.
Until then. Clockwork soldiers, there's an interloper in my home. Before you stand an invasion that will be time. The Jindosh Clockwork Soldier. My greatest creation. Playback indicates criminal profile. Know that your last moments, the last vision will be playback indicates combat protocol. The very pinnacle of the combat protocol. Playback for combat protocols. The machine has lost its quarry. Well, good show. You've overcome one of my clockwork soldiers. Sounds of it. Surprising, given your constant thinking. Extraordinary. It seems that even two of my clockwork soldiers are no match for you. This has turned out to be a very interesting day.
Somehow I got out of that alive.
Should we wake the Clockwork?
It'll wake up on its own if the fight breaks out. They're blind, but they can still hear.
Ah, the space behind the walls.
Stand clear! I'm bringing up the arc pylon!
Yeah, hold on!
I sense your movements. I know where you are.
There he goes again. Who do you suppose he's talking to?
It explains the delay at least. If there is a break-in, I hope the Clockworks deal with it quickly. I'm tired of waiting for Jindosh. You'd think at these prices, the man wouldn't keep us waiting.
There's only one Kirin Jindosh. He can charge whatever he likes. Besides, you're rich enough to afford a couple of the Clockworks. I happen to know you've doubled your fortune since the Duke took over the silver mines.
Low wages means higher profits, but it's my time that's precious. I'm not used to waiting.
Neither am I. When was the last time someone had me waiting for more than an hour? I can't remember.
Breathtaking. According to the scales beneath the floor and my acoustic sensors, you move quite quickly. You're quite close now. I can't remember any other visitor getting so far. Feel your pride, anticipation. Well, there's a huge interactive thing now. All movements are linked. Everything has a purpose. It's all connected, you see. Shifting the walls and floors as if you were born here. Clever. Or are you just moving things at random? One of the finest views in all Karnaca.
It's a long way down.
When this plays, check central rotor. Still idling. Take this opportunity to back-charge second coil. 1,000 rotations. Reintroducing graphite. At last, Imperial Majesty, found
Kirin Jindosh.
second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork soldiers, dispatch this intruder! Check central rotor. It indicates the search protocol is underway.
Awesome.
The machine has entered in combat. In case a body is discovered.
Goodbye, Grand Inventor.
Entering combat state. Playback indicates alternative tactical mode. Okay, the machine has detected something. Machine has lost some detached. The machine is now relying on audio. Playback indicates some detection without... Playback for detection registered. Assessment chamber reconfigured. Standing by. Navigation assessment 67. The unit will demonstrate adaptability to it. Assessment chamber reconfigured. Standing by. Configuration key. Adapting to layout. Playback indicates a young woman, armed. Enemy evasion successful.
Sokolov.
Emily Kaldwin? If you're here, things have gone further than I thought. But Kieran Jindosh?
Not a threat anymore.
You were an interesting little girl. You've become a fascinating woman. Okay, the machine has detected something. Triggering electrostatic discharge. Stand clear. Playback indicates lost enemy.
Bad things have happened here in the last 5 years.
You are a nuisance to the city. Didn't anybody tell you?
With it too.
I hope you kissed your kids goodbye this morning.
You did it. How is he?
He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
Let's go then. The void, but somehow different this time.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I told you. When you're older. Perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine's younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Business, well, it's complicated. You'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Jessamine and I played games in the tower, but at night I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep. I didn't break it.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
Young lady Jessamine. Who is your now?
It was her. Delilah's line. She broke it. I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn. My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Your sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
It's hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not. When I was young, the Loyalist conspiracy that kidnapped me also took Anton Sokolov. They brought him to the pub where I was being held and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? Sokolov laughed at them. He taught me lessons and told me funny stories. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued, he doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I thought he'd tell me the secret to defeating Delilah and saving the Empire. But I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
I'm with you, even in the void. If only I could do more.
Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
No. She's the one who orchestrated the coup.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is missing. This is Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Megan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Sarkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge, but I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to. I have trouble remembering my mother's face sometimes, but there might be some resemblance.
Painted from memory. While trying to learn more about what the Duke of Sarkonos was up to, I began hearing a name I hadn't heard in almost 2 decades. Delilah Copperspoon. We painted together for a time, but her obsession with the occult and the Kaldwin family took her out of my circles.
I saw some of her paintings. Beautiful, but somehow sinister.
You knew Delilah? All this time traveling with you and you never mentioned
My
that?
past is none of your business. You don't own everything, Empress.
Another life, another life. Megan came to Karnaca to reinvent herself. Maybe I did as well, but the Duke of Sarkonos had other ideas.
Good to see you're still with us. Thank you for helping, Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
Then we'll have to make sure Duke Luca Abel doesn't overstay his welcome.
Karnaca's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
I appreciate your thoughts on the matter, Alexandria.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah. Which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options. Remember, if she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Megan. See you soon.
Zirconin umberwood. I thought the old Duke Theodanis outlawed umberwood export to protect his food.
Can't keep track of all the decrees. Why can't I wear my regular clothes? I'm bored. Tasted awful. That weren't no blue-jawed hagfish. River crust is more likely. Sure, he knows how to talk with the boss. What a lick spill.
Extra rations. We work harder and we come from...
Oh, if only something would happen.
Oh.
Ashworth, curator of the Royal Conservatory. For a while, I believed Ashworth had some connection to the occult in Karnaca. Something is happening that I don't understand. The Overseers are the forward face of the Abbey, but equally important are our sisters from the Oracular Order. To be direct, I suspect something is wrong within their sect. Subtle changes to the types of proclamations they've been making. Small but troubling deviations from tradition. But publicly saying anything along those lines will get me accused of heresy by my rivals within the Abbey. Is it possible that Ashworth has infiltrated the Oracular Order?
So Vice Overseer Byrne thinks Ashworth is interfering with the Oracular Order. If true, it's another reason she has to be eliminated.
Technical officer came by and said it was fine. He looked at the wall of light, then climbed up to check the windmill. All good. Why?
Yesterday, the wind kicked up so hard I thought the windmill was gonna fall apart. The wall of light.
I've seen that too. But whale oil's expensive.
this shuddering city. Brianna Ashworth would have been miserable as a member of high society, forced to wed some bloated banker. Her only moments of real freedom, getting drunk at fancy balls, and slipping away to couple with strangers. It would have ended in an unhappy marriage and a late-night plunge into an icy river. But just before Mother and Father married her off, so many years ago, she found Delilah instead. It was all highways and graveyards after that, never looking back. Vice Overseer Byrne is an ambitious man, but he believes in the Abbey's mission, protecting the good people of the Empire against the likes of us. You know he'd be happier deep down if this ended with Brianna Ashworth's head on a spike. Maybe yours as well.
How many more hours? Huh?
Fish cake.
Karnaka, my Karnaka, brothers and sisters of my blood, and all the little things that make this great city trundle along. This is the Duke, but you must all know my voice by now. A new Empress sits on the throne in Dunwall. Our rightful ruler, Delilah Copperspoon, the first of her name. May she reign forever. There are some traitors that are claimed to the throne. Morally, Tibia, treasonous nations skulking in the cold, gloomy north. If they want war, we'll give it to them, no matter how many of you I have to sacrifice. And we'll fight for Delilah to the bitter end.
The conservatory. I wanted to visit this place with Wyman.
But cannot. After trying to make arrangements for weeks, she gave up. You should have seen the twisted things she made.
All snouts and teeth and tails.
That's just the way it is, dear Parmelia. Delilah wears the outsider's mark. In some ways, it flows down to us.
What would you and Father advise if you were both here? Sometimes I dream we're all together again.
Brianna, how did Jindosh die? Someone got inside that strange house of his.
I don't know, Delilah. Forgive me.
No, my dear, it's a loss, but I doubt he had anything more to give us.
Sokolov was taken away as well.
Who would want that ancient fool? Never mind. How goes the communion? I am hungry to whisper into the ears of the oracular sisters.
My influence grows. Last night, I walked through a dream with one of them, and we drank from a fountain in the town where she was born.
Vice Overseer Burns' suspicions were right.
Business with Jindosh won't affect things.
No. He continued to take her with the lenses, thicker, thinner, more opaque. It was tiresome to watch. I still have the old lenses and cast-off parts piled in my workshop, but Jindosh finished some time ago. The rest is up to me, learning to use the machine. A tricky thing, touching the void through such a device.
Blood and biscuits. I look forward to using it myself once you're ready.
Will you visit soon?
Perhaps. Dunwall Tower is mostly in hand. The High Overseer won't be a problem anymore. And there's the matter of my own project. I grow more excited with each brushstroke. When I come to Karnaca, we'll drink an ocean of good wine and stay tight as a boiled owl.
I look forward to it.
For now, I need your eyes on the Duke. At least until we have the sisters under control. There's no one else I trust. I'll reach out to you again on the morrow. Farewell.
Goodbye, Delilah, my Empress.
These odd lenses might be linked to what Ashworth is working on. If I can sabotage Ashworth's communion device, she'll be powerless.
Air feels damp, heavy. Could be a storm coming in. It's gotta be something nice. No one else has thought of. Maybe something with gull's eyes, or the bladder of a cat.
I'd rather have my portrait painted by Delilah.
There's a quality to Brianna's
So this could be tampered with. Ashworth could be cut off from the void entirely. No more witchcraft.
What will I do now? I'm ruined. I'm feeling that things...
Ashworth's journal might tell me more about why Delilah can't be killed.
As if you could ever hide your face from me, Emily. Little Black Sparrow, free from your cage at last.
It's done. Brianna Ashworth is no longer a witch.
You villain! You don't even know what you've done. A great bloom wilts and fades from the world.
Delilah, I will take apart everything you've built until I have what's mine.
Oh, Brianna. I don't believe we will speak again. The thought of seeing you reduced to such a pale, sad thing. It's too much to bear. I hate you for this, child.
I'm not only going to restore things to the way they were, I'm going to make them better.
After Delilah fell to the assassin Dowd, her magic was lost, and the coven scattered. I made a new life in Karnaca. Then I heard her whispering from the void, leading me to the Duke, who heard those same whispers. Together we worked to bring Delilah back into the world, changing the Empire from the home of Aramis Stilton 3 years ago. Across the Isles, all of us who'd been with her at Brigmore and before, we felt the magic return. Others joined. New faces, new blood. Now, Delilah is immortal. Forever. She holds Dunwall, and we've turned to corrupting the oracular order. The overseers take guidance from their prophetic sisters, and soon we'll influence their dreams and visions.
stop until he has turned every bit of this land into shiny coin. I asked him to double the number of mine workers, and he did it. No questions, no complaints. Karnaka needed miners, and he produced them. Thin air, out of thin air. That's the Draconic spirit.
Double V, X, Y, and Z. Now I got my A's and Z's. Tell me what you think.
Welcome to my shop. What can I do for you today?
Interested in this? It's supposed to be an early prototype by Roseboro.
Oh, so you're familiar with Roseboro's work. Honestly, it's an interesting trinket, but it's not worth much. Trade it to me and I'll draft up some schematics based on the design that you can use to modify your tools.
It's worth more than that. Last chance if you want it.
I see. Of course. I meant no offense. I'll throw in a finder's fee and a discount here at the shop as well.
Deal.
Anything else I can interest you in? Bloodflies are worse here than any district in Karnaka. Welcome back. Please, take your time. This is what I have for upgrading your equipment. Excellent choice. I'm certain you will be satisfied with your purchase. No need to wrap it for you, I suppose.
Right in his eye. That's what I should have done. Next time, for sure.
So it's done.
Ashworth won't be a problem anymore.
Good. But Emily, there's something else. Back when I lived in Dunwall, I did things that I'm not proud of.
Isn't that a requirement for citizenship?
What I've got to say is not a joke. I knew Delilah and Ashworth. Bought into their bullshit. Which led me down a bad road. To be honest, before all this, I thought Delilah dead. I don't want to get into it right now. But I felt like you should know. There are things I regret.
All right, Megan. Thank you for opening up, if only a little.
I'm starting to feel like you deserve it. Are you ready to leave now?
Yes, let's go. Take me back to the Dreadful Whale.
Another step toward the Duke of Serkonos and Delilah.
For several years, Delilah's been here, getting stronger. Turning people against me. Why didn't I see it coming? What was I doing during that time? Pretending to listen at court, ruling through an army of bureaucrats, waiting for the next chance to get free of Dunwall Tower. Well, now I'm free. If only I could go back. Aramis Stilton was once an ally of the Duke. the owner of Karnaka's mines. Stilton lived in a fortified bunker at the heart of the Dust District. No one's seen him for years, since around the time Delilah started making her moves. But whether Stilton's alive or dead, his home holds the key to Delilah's immortality. I need to know why Delilah can't be killed. Everything we've learned implies that something strange happened at Aramis Stilton's home 3 years ago, but then he disappeared.
Stilton lived in a bunker kept secure by a fancy lock made by Jindosh. Maybe inside you'll learn more about how to stop Delilah.
But I have to get there first. Through a ruin created by the Duke, where my father grew up.
Megan had an intriguing idea. Paolo is leader of the Howlers. He wants Vice Overseer Byrne killed, and of course, Byrne wants Paolo dead too. Both groups will attack you on sight, but walk in with the corpse of their chief enemy, and they'll treat you like family.
You think they'll help me get into Aramis Stilton's home?
I'm pretty sure that will work.
Seeing this place and these people, I can feel my perspective changing. How will I be different after this?
Ready now?
Ready.
I'll get you as close as I can.
Who was the man I'm after? Aramis Stilton?
An ally to the old Duke, loyal and smart. Stilton helped build modern Karnaka with those silver mines. Started as a miner, and worked his way up until he was a prince of industry. But now, the new Duke drives the mine crews night and day. Dust falls non-stop onto the district. What was once prosperous is now in ruins.
I suppose the Duke doesn't care, as long as he sips from silver cups.
And what are the cups at Dunwall Tower made from, Empress? In any case, you'll have to pass through the Dust District to reach Stilton's home. Maybe he's still in there, or maybe he's dead. Find Megan once you reach the Dust District. She'll tell you more. I'll wait here with this skiff and take you back to the dreadful whale after you finish.
Dust District anymore.
I'm bored. Orders from the Duke. We're losing too many people. Good soldiers blinded by
I get stuck out here. I'm tired of cleaning silver dust out of my ears. Grand Palace. That's an assignment. All apples and slippers. Damn windmills in my sleep. Sure reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
Dust from the mines.
Where is she?
Where are you hiding, coward?
Howlers can't. Paolo... Hello, Emily. Stilton's home is just beyond here. But getting inside will take some effort. I've been doing reconnaissance. Talking to people. The Overseers and the Howlers have divided up the district. Just ahead is neutral territory where no one will harass you. But further on, the Howlers and the Overseers both have boundaries set up. And beyond those points, they'll attack you on sight.
Aramis Stilton is the real goal. Sokolov said you had an idea.
Yes. I believe that if you take out Paolo or Vice Overseer Byrne, the other one will grant you safe passage, and will help you get inside Stilton's home. Neutralize either one of them, and bring him to the other.
What else do you know that might help me?
Byrne is protected by the Overseers. Paolo has the Howlers, but I think he's also got some kind of black magic charm. They say he's got to die twice before the sun sets, or he can't be killed. Good luck with that. The Howlers and the Overseers both think they're representing the people of the city. So it's funny that everyone who lives here is terrified of them.
How can a gang of cutthroats believe they represent the citizens of Karnaca?
Do you think the Grand Guard is keeping the city safe? For everybody not born in a palace, sometimes a gang of cutthroats is all we've got.
And sometimes, instead, they come after the people you love with knives. It's not that simple, Megan.
I can't argue with that.
The old Duke pinned a medal on my father and sent him off to Dunwall.
In order to fund our conflict against the Northern Isle. That's not dust.
Jemmy's sister says you can beat any lock in the city. I'm not sure why Stilton's house needed...
Never mind. Maybe another time.
Help thugs like the Howlers, or the Zealots from the Abbey. I just don't know.
Path is barred for traffic.
It's just dust everywhere.
I can't believe this. I've lived in this district for most of my life.
If you believe this to be an inconvenience, wait to get moving your life to one of the houses. Now go. Something won't change anything.
You stand accused of actions forbidden by the teachings of the Abbey of the Every. Given that each crime was witnessed or later verified by sworn and faithful overseers in good standing, no trial is required.
Not as one.
For theft of food, for hindering a sworn overseer of the Abbey in his duty. Death. For the keeping of articles of a heretical and
hasn't shared his plans with me. He's upstairs now, so I assume we'll learn something before long.
I'd wager it'll all be over soon. I'm surprised it's taken us this long to deal with a mob of ruffians.
You know what the strictures say about wagering, brother. The Howlers are merciless, and Paolo carries the Outsider's blessing. Some talisman comes straight from the jaws of the Void itself.
heart was weak. I must be ever vigilant against the outsider. He knows my heart, tests me, taunts me. I will not give in.
Burn. Stilton.
So this stalemate with the Howlers must be resolved. If we eliminate Paolo, there's no end to the influence we'll exert over Karnaca, over all of Serkonos.
A dozen overseers have died trying to bring Paolo down. We've struck him fatal injuries, and somehow he comes back the next day to fight again. Whatever witchcraft he has, even the ancient music is ineffective.
I believe Paolo is in possession of some unclean artifact. It's my fear that he has to be killed twice in one day.
And the Duke won't help?
The Duke is no friend of ours. He exiled me from the Grand Palace, and he's done everything possible to push the Abbey of the Everyman out of Serkonos. The look on his face when he dismissed me from court. There's something wrong with people who live in palaces for too long. Something's amiss.
The trophy my father got for winning the blade Verbena.
Good riddance.
Good work. Burn was tough.
I know. Goodbye, Vice Overseer.
I'll be damned! Gifts for Paolo, I bet.
Good work.
Vern was a tough prick.
Then the city is ours.
I've been trying to bring Byrne down for months. You did what others couldn't.
And now you owe me, Paolo.
We've been at war with the Abbey, not just over territory, but over the people of Karnaca as well. This is my home. And I'm going to send Byrne to Dunwall in a box to explain things to the High Overseer and the Empress herself. Bet you didn't see this coming, Vice Overseer. Now, what is it you want?
I need to get inside Aramis Stilton's house.
You're intriguing, and maybe more dangerous than most who darken my doorway.
I advise you to remember it.
Here's what you'll need to enter the house.
If you do have a hand in what comes next in Karnaca, I really hope you acquit yourself better than the Duke has.
You can count on that, friend. The Duke's a worthless buffoon. Get this guy out of here.
What do you know about Aramis Stilton's house?
That's a bad place. You walk by some nights, you feel the hairs on your neck standing up. But they say Stilton was solid before whatever happened there. Good to the people working down in his mines.
What happened inside the house?
I just know the rumors. Batshit rich choffers had a party. Maybe something weirder. Before then, the Duke was just another aristocratic snot. After that night, he had a fire in him. A plan.
Will be good to you if it's true about Byrne.
Deep in the mines, that's where I'll be. Don't bother to call, don't bother at all. No light from the moon, but you'll reach through that room.
This must be Paolo's place. Vera More. I remember that name.
In case you're wondering, Paolo's not one of those unhinged cultists who believe I will grant them favors if they leave a big enough offering or play just the right musical notes. He doesn't care a fig for me. But he put up this shrine because he found the hand of an old witch I knew once. And Paolo saw right away that it pays to have an edge. Sometimes, pieces of us linger long after we're gone. The Duke of Serkonos inherited a vibrant city and wasted no time stripping it to the bone. What will he leave behind? And what about you? Who will you leave to pick up the pieces here in the Jewel of the South?
It worked. The information was correct.